Welcome to this breakdown of Operation Blacktrace, a simulated network forensic investigation conducted as part of the ACW803 Defensive Cyber Operations module. This video is for educational purposes only. The techniques, tools, and findings discussed are part of a controlled cybersecurity training environment and must not be used for unauthorized or malicious activity. Our mission was clear: investigate suspicious outbound traffic captured in a PCAP file. The objective: to determine if a breach occurred within the ICDFA network infrastructure, uncover the attack method, and extract key insights to strengthen our cyber defense posture. We began by launching the icdfa.pcap in Wireshark, which served as our primary packet analysis tool throughout the investigation. The file captured roughly 4 minutes and 24 seconds of traffic from May 5, 2025. First, I headed over to the Statistics tab to get a sense of what I was working with. Capture file properties revealed key metadata. Nearly 11,000 packets were captured, spanning DNS, HTTP, SMB, and NBNS protocols. This alone hinted at both web-based activity and potential internal enumeration. From there, I reviewed protocol hierarchy, conversations, and endpoints to assess which hosts were active and which services were used most frequently. 2 IP addresses stood out. 192.168.17.128, the host sending nearly all outbound traffic. 192.168.17.129, a local emulated server used by INetSim to simulate external internet services. The setup was a textbook sandbox. INetSim ensured any external C2 communications were captured locally, helping us analyze the full chain of activity in a controlled environment. Next, I applied targeted filters like DNS.q or y.name contains icdfa and http.host contains mbhocn.biz to identify DNS queries and outbound connections that may indicate command and control activity. I noticed DNS request for portal.icdfa.org.ng, the legitimate internal portal, and mbhocn.biz, a suspicious domain that resolved to 192.168.17.129. This redirection suggested INetSim was intercepting and simulating external responses. Then came the HTTP traffic. The host at 192.168.17.128 was issuing a pattern of get and post requests. One of the first get requests went to mbhocn.biz, quickly followed by a post request to a path label /un9bar3lj9/. The payload was obfuscated and suspicious, likely encoded command and control data. At around timestamp 13 hours 22 minutes and 59 seconds, I found a post to /API/login using curl with credentials that included a student intern email and a hashed password. That request returned a 200 OK. Just seconds later, another post hit the /admin/panel endpoint using a different email address, suggesting the attacker may have escalated privileges using another compromised account. By combining the timing of these requests with their destinations, it became evident this was an automated credential abuse campaign, followed by unauthorized admin access. Using NetworkMiner, I extracted several application layer artifacts from the PCAP. These included *HTML files simulating portal responses, *INetSim generated SSL certificates, * and a JavaScript-based wpad.dat file, the key to this breach. The wpad.dat file was configured to reroute all internal traffic through the rogue proxy server at 192.168.17.129. In other words, the attacker used the poison pack file to force traffic interception, enabling stealth monitoring or manipulation. Let's talk about lateral movement. Frame 6812 showed a NetBIOS broadcast issued from 192.168.17.128. This domain enumeration behavior is often used by attackers or malware to discover other systems on the network. In our case, it was likely early-stage reconnaissance. So what's the complete attack story? It began with the insertion of a malicious wpad.dat file to redirect traffic. The attacker used curl and Python requests to send posts to various endpoints, including login, register, wallet, dashboard, and admin panel routes on the ICDFA portal. The credentials were fabricated but believable, including hashed passwords and institutional emails. After successfully authenticating, the attacker accessed the admin panel and launched internal enumeration via SMB and NetBIOS. Throughout the traffic, no malware payloads or binaries were dropped. Everything was conducted using fileless techniques. That includes native tools, HTTP abuse, and encoded payloads. The impact. Although the attacker didn't cause visible system damage, they successfully accessed privileged systems, exposed credential weaknesses, and showed clear signs of internal exploration, all without triggering traditional antivirus alerts. That's the power and danger of fileless attacks. Based on this investigation, the following defensive actions were recommended. First, enforce multi-factor authentication across all access points, especially for administrative portals. Second, segment your network so internal systems handling sensitive data aren't accessible without proper firewall or VLAN controls. Third, deploy behavioral intrusion detection tools like Zeek or Suricata to detect encoded payloads, repeated post requests, or suspicious user agent strings like curl or outdated browsers. Fourth, block the use of unauthorized Spark files and enforce DNS filtering to prevent redirection to rogue domains. And finally, institutionalize an incident response playbook with regular tabletop exercises to prepare staff for real-world threats. To enhance real-time detection, I also recommend implementing centralized logging through a SIEM platform, using AI-assisted behavior monitoring, and deploying endpoint visibility tools like Wazoo or OSQuery. Let's close this out. Operation Blacktrace revealed how a seemingly low-impact threat, a PCAP file, can lead to significant breaches when paired with automation, stealth, and a well-coordinated C2 setup. This exercise teaches us that cyber defenders must go beyond signature-based tools. We need network-level visibility, real-time detection, and active threat hunting. Because if your defenses rely only on what's already known, attackers will always be one step ahead. Thanks for watching. And remember, this analysis was done in a controlled lab environment for educational purposes only. Thanks for watching. If this lab helped you or sparked your interest in security analysis and threat hunting, let me know in the comments. For full setup steps, commands, and screenshots, check out the Medium and GitHub links in the description. Until next time, stay curious, stay careful, and keep building securely.